Alright, so today we are going to be doing an all achievements and 100% run. Just to be clear, while I'm submitting all of this, these are going to be two separate runs. You don't have to take both. You can either do one or the other. It's not really important to me which one you do. If you want to know kind of the differences between the runs, we'll kind of go over them as I'm playing and all of that, and I'll give you a bit of commentary as to, what I'm going to normally be talking about. We are going to be doing these in a reset, so whatever spawn we get, whatever resources we get, whatever execution I remember how to do is going to be what we get. So, we're going to go in and start talking about Subnautica as a whole. So, Subnautica is an open world underwater exploration game, and there's a lot that goes on in this game, and there is a lot to go over. Our first goal is to make the scanner, and that's for pretty much every run. So we just need 2 limestone and some acid mushrooms. And we're going to go make that scanner. So the map of Subnautica is going to be the same no matter what. However, where you spawn isn't. The Aurora is always going to be over there to the east. And, the shallows, which is where we are, is going to be kind of in the center of the map generally. Kind of stretches out in a few different directions other than the center. This is not the sea glide box, is it? No. We got a very far south spawn, which is not typically a spawn that, you would take in any run, unless you're going for like a creative run or some weird survival runs where you would take it. But, most normal survival runs are not going to be you're not going to be using these southern spawns, but I think I know the shallows well enough that I'm able to manage off of it. Does mean that my shallows time is not going to be as good as it typically would be, but that's okay. Again, we're kind of just going for a no reset run here. We're just going to see what kind of luck we end up getting. We're going to go over to this wreck right here. This wreck usually has a bit more luck with sea glides. We have at least one there. We're looking for these boxes, and inside these boxes, we're going to get these sea glide fragments. We need 2 of them, or we need to scan 2 of them in order to get the sea glide blueprint, so that we can actually make the sea glide, which obviously is a good thing. The sea glide is a utensil. It helps us move a bit faster than we normally would be able to. I need to go for a bit of air before I get through the scroll tube. And we're going to head down here and collect a lot of resources in here. So you might notice with this limestone that I'm able to break it pretty quickly. And that's because in this game you can actually bind your scroll wheel to actions, unlike a lot of other games. So I can bind my scroll down to breaking rocks and a bunch of other things. It's called left hand, I think, in the settings. And I can bind right hand to my other thing. Scroll up, which will help in a bit, as you'll see when I need to transfer these items out of my inventory like this. And now we're going to wait to die. Dying has a few good advantages here. It will allow us to get back to our life pod much faster than just swimming. And normally when you die, you lose a bunch of items, but because we were able to put them in our life pod locker, we won't lose anything. And the reason I was able to put them in my life pod locker is because of a little glitch called ghost storage. You might have seen it when I left the life pod initially, that I clicked on the life pod locker and then left. And the reason I do that is because if you leave before the PDA opens with the life pod locker, the game will still have the PDA open to the life pod locker the next time you open the PDA, because the PDA animation was interrupted. So you won't be able... you'll be able to access the life pod locker from anywhere on the map, which is really useful to transfer items back like that and not lose anything in the process, which is what we're looking for. Now we're going to look for some sandstone, grab a bit more limestone and quartz and things like that as well. A lot of the resources in this game are random, but not all of them. Some of these sandstone spots, when we're looking in the shallows, are actually set in stone. In fact, most of them in the shallows are. These ones aren't, because these are part of a cave. That is weird. There's a lot of metal down here. I'm not going to grab all of it, though. I want to leave some metal around here. You'll see why in a bit. This cave usually has a good amount of stuff through it, so we're just going to take our time and grab as much as we can. I have a lot of salvage. I don't know if it's actually good to have this much. But we have it, so it's fine, I guess. Heading back to the life pod now. And we're going to make the last tool that we want. At the start of the game, anyway. And that is going to be our habitat builder. And that's going to allow us to make our sea glide really, really fast. You'll see what I mean in just a bit when we do our next glitch. There's a habitat builder. We're going to see if we can break down some metal, because I know we have a lot. Here we go. Let's do this and this. And we're going to do this. Go storage again, so that we can access the things inside of our base. We're going to make the solar panels on the floor here. Normally you make them on top of the base, but because we are in a bad spawn, we aren't able to, because we have to do a different type of flood for our base. Speaking of, we do actually want to flood the base, which seems very weird and stupid, but it is actually very, very useful. I'm gonna try to make these lockers. They might get broken if I do this wrong. So we'll just like dump quartz in there and just hope it doesn't break. We're also gonna put this glass piece in front of our base. It skips the exit animations, which is just nice to have in general. It saves about a second every single time we leave the base. So we have all these mushrooms, and now we're going to break them all over top of our base. This is going to damage us, and it's also going to damage the base, which is what we're going for. So now the base is very, very damaged, and it is actually flooding, and this is exactly what we want. We're going to put everything in here. Oh, we have all that? Okay, cool. And now we're going to do flare storage. It's another variation of ghost storage. You just don't allow the PDA to open. And now you'll notice that we are going very, very fast. And this is a glitch called Super Sea Glide. I'll explain it in just a second, after I finish counting some stuff. I need one more. Now I need metal. So we're looking at these dogs right now, and we're going to want them to pick up the metal salvage around here. And the reason why is because any time that a dog picks up a piece of metal, they have a 25% chance of dropping a tooth. And we need 2 teeth in order for this run to go. And it can be a run killer, but any percent's actually worse. You need 4 teeth for any percent. I was trying to explain Super Sea Glide, but I got a little caught up in resource management. So I'll kind of explain that now while we're waiting for the dogs to give us some teeth. Basically, the game has 2 ways of moving you. It can move you underwater, it can move you above water. So by getting the game to basically try to move you like you're above water while you're underwater, it takes away any of the penalties that the Sea Glide has and allows it to move at its maximum speed of 25 meters a second. And that is exactly what is going on right now. For some reason, whenever you use a flooded base, there's one. Geez, that took a lot of pickups in order to just get 1 tooth. Whenever you use a flooded base, the game gets very confused on which motor it needs to apply. So we can abuse that in order to get into that state. I will note, by the way, that whenever you go above the water, you will lose Super Sea Glide, and that's because the game will actually reset the motors and make it basically make it correct again. So it won't try to move you underwater while you're above water, because that's silly. Oh, that's right. I needed gold. What am I gonna do about that? I'm just gonna dump all this in here and try to go get some gold. Oh, we can go over here, actually. Geyser's fine. so these sandstone spawns are guaranteed. I was hoping for another gold, to be honest. I might grab another. Just take the time and, like, actually look around for another. I'm not getting very lucky, though. Sometimes they just spawn on the side of the walls here. And that's what I was kind of hoping for, but, man, doesn't seem like we're going to have that luck here. So we're going to see if we can get it over here instead. There's another cave in this area. This one right here. Usually has some sandstone. There we go. We'll just go with that. We need that gold to make the fabricators in our base, which is obviously important. Here, these... And we have a lot of resources right now. Like, I'm going to move this fabricator up. I cannot stand having it that low. We have a lot of resources right now. So, we gotta make a bunch of stuff. We're gonna make a lot of glass. We need to make 7. We might not have enough for 7. If we don't, that's okay. Maybe we've made 4. We should have enough for 6. And we're gonna make 3 batteries. We have enough titanium that we can make an ingot, which we will do. And I'm also going to make our high capacity O2 tank. That, and then in here we're going to dump all this stuff. Alright. So, I need 9 quartz, I need 10 copper, and I need 22 sandstone. So, we're going to go up to the northern section of the map, because the northern section has a lot more resources than the southern section. That's why we usually like to spawn up there. But, we didn't get that luck today. We're still going to go up there in order to get the resources that we're going to need here. We're going to go into this geyser right here, which is resources aplenty. We're going to count copper, quartz, and then sandstone broken after this initial 8 in that order. So right now we're at 040. Still at 040. 140. 250. 260. 261. 262. 263. 264, 364, 464, 464, 565, 666. That's scary. 676, 677, 687. I think 687, 688, 688. It's actually 788. It looks like. 888, 889, 8810, 8811, 812, 813, 814, 815, 816, 816. That's quartz done. 816, 916, 1016. Awesome. So just at 16 now. We're looking to get our sandstone count up to 24. So we're going to go over here and drop some lead. We're at 16 right now. 17, 18, 19. I thought there was one back there, but I must have misread. 20. There's always 2 in here. 21 and 22. And 23. And there's always a bunch in this cave. 24. Now I'm looking for 2 silver. Awesome. There we go. Now, we're going to head over into this biome over here. This is the grassy plateau. We're looking for Life Pod 17 and Large Rex 7. We're also looking for a bunch of different fragments here. So we need to get the Seamoth now, and we need to get the propulsion cannon now. Life Pod 17 always has a Seamoth fragment. That's why we're going by here. We're also going to go into our inventory and dump all of the lead. We don't need it. We're looking for one more sea moth fragment. And we're also looking for any metal that I can pick up. Any metal is good metal. That's what metalheads say. Now we're going to, eventually. I need to find a spot for this, apparently. There we go. Goodbye. No one has any idea why this happens. But whenever you build a base piece that intersects with the wreck will just vanish and leave the fragments behind conveniently, which is very, very useful for us. It allows us to go through the wreck nice and quickly and find the fragments that we need, like mobile vehicle bays and propulsion cannons, which is exactly what we're looking for. So now we're done with all of the stuff that we need to do in this southern section, or this, actually it's western section. And we're going to go back to our life pod and craft a lot of stuff. Trust me, there was a lot of crafting that's about to happen. You might have noticed that when I made the base, I made 2 fabricators, and that's because it allows me to craft 2 items at the same time, which is very useful, and you will see exactly what I mean starting right now. I need 3 ingots for the run. I need to make 1 more glass. That's that done. We're gonna grab copper now. 3, 4. We're gonna make 5. Apparently we're not gonna make 5. Computer chip. We're gonna grab most of these. And we're gonna make 2 computer chip. 3 computer chip. 4 computer chip. 1 wiring kit. 2 wiring kit. 3 wiring kit. 4 wiring kit. 5 wiring kit. We're gonna make the rebreather. We're gonna make an advanced wiring kit. We're gonna make another advanced wiring kit. Dump all of this in here. I need 4 of these and 1 of these. I need another one. I need battery. And we're gonna make the propulsion cannon. We're also gonna grab this, 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 and this. We're gonna make a repair tool. Swap the battery out in here. Make this and the mobile vehicle bay. Awesome. And then in here, just dump all of that. This can go in there. I need to hold this out so that that gets off my screen. Dump that in there. And I think we are good to get going. And that is our resources segment all wrapped up. So, grabbing some air. And we're going to grab some of this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. Apparently not. 5 and 6. So now, we're pretty much just going to follow this boundary right here. And we're going to go over to the southern section of the map and wipe out the southern section of the map first. Very important that we do it in this order. And the reason why is because of something called a cuttlefish. So most of the achievements in this game you actually get when you're doing the normal storyline and normal any percent run. But there's a few exceptions. And one of the exceptions is hatch and release a cuttlefish. I think the achievement's called Man's Best Friend. So, a cuttlefish is a type of creature that it doesn't normally appear in the game. You actually have to hatch it yourself. So, how you hatch it is with an alien containment in a multi-purpose room, which are the things I'm scanning right now. And you also have to have an egg. And their eggs only come from a few different places. There are only 5 cuttlefish eggs on the map, and one of them is right here. So, we need that. And we need the alien containment. Bitch hit me through the wall. What the hell? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse. I almost just died. I had to take a med kit. I really apologize. That just scared me to death. I'm so sorry. So, anyway. What was I talking about? Yeah, the cuttlefish takes a while to hatch, too. Takes about 20 minutes to hatch. So we need to place it down as early as we can in order for the cuttlefish to hatch as early as possible. We're going to use the repair tool here. And we can use the propulsion cannon to flood our base. This is useful if we have to go above the ground because it allows us to get super sea glide when we come back down, which is obviously something that we are needing to do right now. Again, I'm really sorry about that. We're going to grab these PDAs. One of them gives us the achievement. I think it's Storm, but to be honest, I don't remember exactly. And we're going to grab some of these Chinese potato plants and feed ourselves. And we're going to hop back in the water. Also, the reason I'm going through these Degassi bases is because each of them gives an achievement. There are 3 of them on the map, and we've just been to 2 of them. The last one we will go to in a few minutes. We're going to go down to the sparse reef now. There's a few things we need to gather around here. I need salt, I want a fish, and I want 4 rubies and 4 gel sacks. If you didn't know, my name is Ruby, so all of these rubies are actually my children. That is how it works. Running joke in the community. 1, 2, 3. I also need to grab an eye stalk while I'm here. 4, and any lithium I can find is also just really nice to have. Looking for moon pools around this wreck. We have 1. We need 2 for the full fragment. If we don't find them now, that's totally okay. We can mostly find them later with a lot of consistency. And we're going to do our first instance of an animation overlap skip. So these iron cubes in here have an animation that when you pick them up, they play. But if we overlay them with another animation, we can actually just skip it entirely. We are going to need to drop the creepvine seed clusters. It's okay. Or creepvine samples, rather. Because I don't have enough space. I was relying on that locker being a bit less crowded, but I did not manage it properly, so it's okay. Wait, was there nothing in here? Oh, that's crazy. So we're going to do the little wreck disappearing bug with this wreck here. And we're going to look around in here for some of the Cyclops fragments. Making all of the vehicles are each achievement. Making the prawn suit, the sea moth, and the Cyclops. So we need to do all 3. This wreck has a lot of the fragments that we need for the Cyclops, which is really good. We're looking for a whole fragment. We're not going to have enough air to do this in one breath, which is okay, because I never do. It's really hard to do this segment in one breath. We need 1 more whole fragment. Hopefully we find it in this wreck. Maybe around the wreck. There it is. We are good there. Now we're going to go grab 3 of these mushrooms, and we're going to make a base and a hatch. And this seems a little weird, but just trust me here. When we go into this base, it's going to save our inventory. And now that's also our respawn point. But if we deconstruct the hatch on here, now it's no longer our respawn point. So our inventory is saved, and we're going to respawn it back in the life pod. So this is basically a death warp, and it's super nice. Very useful tool here. So now, next thing we need to do is make the cuttlefish, like, containment area. I can't help but notice my inventory is... all my inventories are just incredibly crowded right now. So I just need a little bit of a freer. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Looking for 2 of these, all of these, and as much metal as I can gather. In here, we can go and dump those. We can actually, we'll take these out in here instead. And we're gonna go make our multi-purpose room over here. Put a hatch on it. And head inside the hatch. Make an alien containment. And hatch on that. Head inside. And drop the cuttlefish egg. So we dropped the cuttlefish egg at 25:17 on my timer. So that'll hatch in 20 minutes at 45:17. So now we are going to make some med kits. So we are getting ready to do a bit of danger. We need 1 metal salvage and 1 more med kit. We're actually going to get 2 just to be safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have to go into the Aurora at some point in the run, and that is going to be the next thing we do. But you might notice that the Aurora is not exploded yet. And if you know anything about playing this game casually, you'll know that you generally have to wait for the Aurora to explode in order to do anything. Well, not speedrunners. That's lame. There's a good glitch to get inside the Aurora early, but it requires us to take a lot of damage. So we're going to prepare for that. And before we actually go to the Aurora, we're going to go into the Jelly Shrimp Cave and get our last gassy base, which is down in here. Here, and over here, and then up here. I also need to scan an observatory at some point, so we're going to do it right now. There we go. And we're going to head out and up. And we're going to head into the danger kelp zone now. This is the danger kelp zone because there's going to be a Reaper in here sometimes. And we're going to head into the Aurora. Now, you might know that our entrance to the Aurora is around the front, but the developers left this tiny little nook right here just for speedrunners. They definitely left it there intentionally, definitely not unintentionally. Why would they ever do that? So that we can get out of bounds and into the Aurora early. But you'll notice we're taking radiation damage, and there's no way to mitigate that because we can't really make a radiation suit until the Aurora explodes. So we have to do other things instead, i.e. taking a lot of damage, which is why we have so many medkits. I made 5 here just to be safe. And there's also things in here, tiny little bleeders. They're basically leeches. They want to kill you. It's kind of annoying. Those things. And usually when you kill one, a bunch of them come over, so we're going to try to get away from this area. There's a few above the water that can be kind of hard to spot, even at the best times. There are a few other breaches, though, that you can use as reference. And they all spark a little bit, so it does help. I think I'm missing one over there, yeah. And this is our last breach. Alright. Looking on the floor to try to figure out our way over here. Trying to get to the prawn bay. Right here. And we're going to go up. And we're going to miss it. I think I hit the doorway. So we got to do the backup strat, which is by going here and jumping up, which might actually be the ideal strat if you do it intentionally. Because we have to scan prawn suits anyway, so it might actually be better to do it this way. I'm not sure. Ow. Whatever, we'll just scan this. I do want to take another medkit. Should be the last one we need to take. And there's one more thing we need to do in the Aurora. We need to get the rocket blueprint. So we're going to go over here. The code to these doors is always the same. It's persistent between saves. This one's always 2679, which is the code to get that rocket blueprint. So now we're going to die. Don't need anything else in here. And we're going to warp back to our spawn point. Now, I know there is one more thing we need to do, actually, before we can go to the rest of the run, and that's get 2 metal salvage. Conveniently right here. There we go. 2 of those. This. Do I need that right now? I'm not sure. We're gonna put these in this locker to try to save some inventory space. 3 for 5. We have 2 of those. I need that. I need that. I need 2 lead. And I need to keep that there. And that's gonna stay in there, I think. Yeah, because I don't need it till later. Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna flare storage on that locker, and we're gonna head up to Mountain. Now, Mountain is where we actually start to do the main storyline of the game, because we haven't actually interacted with the main storyline all that much. We are gonna spoil literally the entire game. I kind of thought that was self-explanatory. We're doing a speedrun, so you know, that's how it goes. So, we are going up to the quarantine enforcement platform over here, which is something that we need to disable before we can actually leave the planet. In order to disable it, we actually need to cure ourselves. So that's what we're doing up here. We're going to go interact with all the alien structures. Not all of them, actually. There are a few that you don't actually need to interact with for any reason. So we'll be skipping those, obviously. But, you know, other than that, we're going to be interacting with most of the other ones, because most of them are achievements to find. So you might know the Mountain for being a little bit dangerous. There are a lot of Reaper Leviathans around here, and that is something that the game really likes to play off of. But if you know where they are, they're usually not that bad. I'm also going to be looking for a lot of lithium. We need a lot for this run. So we're going to start right now. We're at 3-1. This pillar usually has a very good amount. We're at 4-1, 5-1. Around here, 5-1. We also need 2 diamonds. 6-1, 6-2. There's our 2 diamonds. That's done. 6-2. I thought there was one right there. 6-2, 7-2, 8-2, 9-2. This is a really good pillar. I didn't mean to grab that magnetite, but you know, whatever. 9-2. Oh, that's bad. Oh, what do I do? Oh my god, I forgot to do that. We're 1,700 meters away from base. Okay, we're just gonna go back. There's not much we can do about that. Unless, we probably don't have to go all the way back to base. Yeah, I forgot a very crucial part of the setup, and that is that you need to deconstruct one of the solar panels. I forgot to do that, so yeah, we gotta improvise a bit here. I need a quartz. There's usually quartz over in the underwater isles. Yeah. Okay, we don't have to go all the way back. Just a minor detour that cost us a minute. Oh well. Hey, I mean, what's a speedrun submission? That's perfect, you know. Come on now. Do people really get perfect runs in these? No. I've recorded these types of speedruns for marathons before, and never have it be exactly perfect. Always something has to go a bit wrong. I'm also quite rusty. It's been a little bit. I think I flooded this base. I did. Look at me. Very smart.
Power
We're gonna make that fabricator in there. I forgot our count. I think it was 9-2. There's a Reaper Leviathan right there. Kind of see the outline of him. That is Eileen. 10-2. 11-2, 12-2. So now we're looking for Cyclops engines and moon pools, because we didn't finish moon pool earlier. There's our moon pool done. Now we need 2 Cyclops engines. That's a nuclear reactor. That's a moon pool. There's one here. There's one there. Awesome. On newer patches, it sometimes feels like the Eileen is more aggressively placed. Like she'll butt over into this territory a lot more often. So I like to keep an eye on her, even on this patch. I'm just gonna grab stuff until my inventory just is, you know, full, and I can't grab anything else. Well, there it is. We're gonna take a look at my inventory. I think I need 15. That's Mabel. Mabel is best. Mabel's quite close to me, to be honest, though. I'm not quite a fan of her positioning. But, you know, whatever. We go up and dump all of these things. We can dump that and that. How much we got here? 12, 17. Yeah, that is enough. I forgot. We need a knife. We're gonna do a little we're gonna do a little glitch here, and do our first out of bounds trick. So by deploying the mobile vehicle in a certain position, you can get it so part of it clips out of bounds, and that when you climb it, you'll also end up out of bounds. Very convenient, very helpful. Little bug there. I need that. So doing this clip saves about 20 seconds from just going in the normal way. And it's pretty precise if you have a good lineup for it, so there's no point in not doing it. We're going to drop down to this green goo. We are in the Lost River now. I'm going to do this here. I think doing it here is actually better, because you can take some damage. Quartz. So we're going to make this base. This base is going to function as basically a death base, so that when we die, we'll warp back there. You also might notice Casper. Hi, Casper. Casper's not the most intimidating Leviathan ever, but, you know, Casper tries their best. We're trying to take as much damage as possible here. Just enough before we die. This is the disease research facility. We don't actually need to come here at any %, but we do need to come here because it is an achievement to get a little dialogue thing here. We're gonna, you know, go get nommed. CRF. And now we're gonna hop out, deconstruct this moon pool, and take some damage in the process. That's enough damage. And we're gonna head down into the lava zone down here. Now, while we're heading down, we need to look for some nickel, and nickel is infamously stupid and hard to see in this area. Very annoying and bad. And also, it's not the most common thing around here, to be honest. But we need 3 of it for the rocket at the end of the game. So, we're gonna take our time, and we're gonna look around, and hopefully find 3. I mean, we better find 3 because, you know, that's kind of... This is the only time we cross anywhere that actually has nickel, so better find it now. And to be honest, I'm not liking my odds. There's not a lot of nickel around here. I hope I just haven't passed a bunch. There's 2. I need 1 more. There's 3. Okay. Yeah, everything around here just looks like nickel. I should have dropped the med kit instead of using it. This is Kevin. Kevin is infamously known for killing glitchless runs because Kevin is really fast and does a lot of damage. And it can sometimes be a problem for glitched runners. But usually not a problem. Usually we just cruise past them. It is a very infamous reset point, though, for glitchless runners. A lot of them will be the first to tell you how great Kevin is. Hello. This warper is out for me. And also, they can float in here. It's really cool. And great game design. This was out for me. What the heck? Well, anyway. We're gonna grab the ion blueprint. And now we gotta take a lot of fall damage. Take fall damage faster. We're gonna use a little bug called item flying here. Basically, you can use the propulsion cannon, stand on an item, and then fly up. And wait, huh? Oh. Can I die? Yeah. Oh! Okay. Apparently you can clip out of bounds when you do item flying. That one's new to me. But we did die successfully. That's what we were going for. What the hell? Alright then. We need 4 kyanite, so we're gonna go grab. We need 4 kyanite, so we're gonna go grab some kyanite. Need 1 more. Where is our last kyanite? Kyanite. Where are you? Is there just none? Okay, there's our last one. Awesome. And we're gonna do another clip out of bounds. This is called clip C. There's a clip A and there's a clip C, and there's no clip B. Clip B doesn't exist. And it never existed. And you have to prove me wrong. So we also need 4 crystalline sulfur. Because our inventory was so full, we actually couldn't grab it in the section that we'd normally want to grab it in. So we have to grab it out of bounds, and it can be a little bit scary, especially when this is happening. It's very easy to clip back inbounds accidentally. So we're trying to be nice and careful when going for these crystalline sulfurs that are above ground. But we got it. And I think we have 4. Yep, we have 4. Awesome. Looking for the sea crown. I'm a little low on air right now. I am worried about. So I think I need to do something about that. Problem is my base is flooded, but this cutscene takes a little bit to finish. At the end of this cutscene, I get the recipe for making the cure. Every single time I leave this hatch, though, I do get 20 air. So I am going to abuse a bit to get some air here. And now we're going to make the hatching enzymes. So we just saved our inventory there. The sun is really beaming down on my hair.
With the passage
going on with
my young can leave this place.
Oh well.
But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells.
So we just saved our inventory, and we also deconstructed the hatch. So now, we've just set up a death warp. We're also going to try a bug here that sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't work. I think it worked there. Basically, whenever you have the cure, it always wants you to be in this perspective. So if you interact with it above it, it will twist you down here, and you can use that to go out of bounds if you do it right. Now we are out of bounds. So we're going to use that, and we're going to go into the upper section of... Hang on, can we say hi to Mabel? Where's Mabel? There she is. Hi, Mabel. We have a bit of time before we drown, so it's okay to do that. And we're going to disable the QEP, which was the whole point of doing this entire section of down here. And there's my cuttlefish egg hatch. There it is. So now we just wait until we die. Put the rebreather back on. Drop the propulsion cannon because we don't need it anymore. We actually used it to speed up the last section, so we are going to keep it. And the first thing we're going to do... hello... Pew! I actually don't think we can use the propulsion cannon to speed up the last section because we need an air bladder for it, and we do not have an air bladder. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our base and dump a bunch of the materials we got and then set the fish free. That'll be generally the last achievement that we need. Here. Goodbye, propulsion cannon. And we're going to grab the cuttlefish egg. Awesome. Now we're going to do a very interesting little setup here. It's going to look very weird and like I don't know what I'm doing, but it is very crucial. Just trust me. Also, you'll notice there's an eclipse. Wow. I didn't know tomorrow was here already. There's an eclipse happening tomorrow. Oh, I need to release. Oh, I forgot to do that. You stop following me. Okay. So now we're gonna do this. And we're gonna make some enamel glass, and then we're gonna grab the I need a computer chip. Where's my computer chip? That. And now we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna do something that's gonna look a bit weird. We're gonna build a moon pool. That. I'm gonna swap. No. That. My goodness. We're gonna swap some batteries. And now we're gonna deconstruct this moon pool. Oh, wow. There's already a moon pool there. Now we're gonna deconstruct it again. Oh my gosh. There's still a moon pool there. Basically what we've done here is we've convinced the game there are two bases in this one spot. Which is obviously problematic. Because when we build a single base piece here, it's going to want to attach to two grids. So we can abuse that and basically make it so that when we build one moon pool, it becomes two. And that's what we've done here. Oh, and I also need to build this. Oh. And remember my mobile vehicle bay that I released? It's not gone. Am I out of inventory space? Oh, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I have. We're just gonna do that later. Actually, I can construct some of these though. Not all of them. This is all achievements. I do need more of those, I think. How about we just gonna do this. Okay, you know, whatever. It's fine. Well, turns out that whenever you release a mobile vehicle bay like that and you don't pick it up, it's got to go somewhere. And you got to think about where it's going to go. Subnautica, like a lot of open world games, only render things, and things only exist when you're close to them. So when you're not close to them, that can happen. I.e., the mobile vehicle bay will float up because the terrain doesn't exist to block it anymore. So it'll just float up out of bounds and come all the way right back up. So it floated up 1,100 meters, and now it is back up here. And if our spawn were up there, it would be right next to where we spawned, which is obviously really, really good. Okay. Thank you for playing with me a little bit. That's a great thing. Not at all annoying. We're gonna make the Neptune 1 rocket platform. And we're gonna finish duplicating our observatories. Yeah, sometimes the deconstruction is a little bit janky. But it's okay, we can figure it out. So now we need some plasteel ingots. I'm gonna try to make 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I need anything else? Maybe aerogel. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Make the first stage of the rocket, and we're gonna try to overlay making the rocket with making other vehicles. So, for example, apparently I'm gonna forget the lead. But if we had the lead, we would have made the Cyclops. But we didn't have the lead. Oh well. Where's nickel? Free lead. Let's grab 4 of these. Take these and go. Now we should be able to build the next stage of the rocket. And now we're gonna build the Cyclops. Hopefully. There we go. And now we should be able to grab pretty much the rest of everything. We have to make our ion power cells, which is what we were doing in the thermal plant. Here and here, grab these, this, 2 of these, that. Also, I need 2 diamonds. This. These. Lead. And that. So now we've made the Cyclops. We're gonna make the next stage of the rocket. We're gonna make the next vehicle. It's gonna be the prawn suit. And we're gonna go into the Cyclops and grab the one thing that you need to make the Cyclops for at 90%. You do actually need to make this vehicle, and it's only for one thing, and that's to make the Cyclops shield generator. The last stage of the rocket requires it, which is very silly. Now we're gonna go ahead and make that Seamoth. And go up and make the last stage of the rocket. And then go up and finish off the run. This was like my best... Am I down a lithium? Or did I just forget to make the last one? I feel like I'm down a lithium. Oh, this is gonna be weird. Alright, I thought I was gonna be finishing off the run. I thought we were gonna have like a 54. That's gonna be like 5 minutes behind record. Really good. But apparently... I'm going to be down a lithium. Okay. I thought I was, like, very good on lithium. No big deal. For the most part. We're gonna go and just grab it from the Jelly Shrimp Cave. There's a lot of shale down here, so we should just be able to real quickly grab it. We'll be back up in no time. Lithium? Lithium? There we go. Okay. And that is pretty much it. That's all she wrote for all achievements. I will go ahead and start giving a bit of a premise about 100%. It is pretty much going to be about, I'm going to estimate it, it's going to be around an hour and 50 minutes. And it is definitely a longer run. So if, you know, the time schedule is like working out so that, you know, you don't have time. I love how this. I love how the prawn suit just sits. It's so funny. Not. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, it is going to be like a 56. You can also use these flares to skip the animations of pulling these levers, which is obviously a lot faster than waiting for the animations. The animation is like 5 seconds long, each of them. Then we're going to activate the 2 things up here that we need to activate. And some people might remember there being an achievement for launching a time capsule. It's given regardless of if you interact with the time capsule or not.
Life support systems online. All systems up.
There we go. 55:53 was the time I had on my timer. That is 6 minutes and 42 seconds behind my record. It's pretty
Ready
good.
to launch on your command, Captain.
I'm not gonna watch the end cutscene right now, because we will watch it at the end of 100%. And let me change my splits over to 100%, just so I can remind myself of what I'm doing. 100% is a very complicated, very convoluted, and very fun category. But there's a lot that goes into it. And it is not the simplest category. It's not for the faint of heart. So we're gonna get into it. Making sure I have the time. I am, just home for the weekend, so I'm going back to college later today. Also, the sun just beaming right here just makes me look so stupid. If you're gonna schedule me, maybe don't schedule me for like 4 p.m. EST. Maybe earlier in the morning. Let's see the spawn we get. This is like a super middle spawn. We are like right in the middle of the safe shallows here. This is kind of weird. I'm not gonna be used to this, but you know, it might even be worth it to build a base in the typical spot that we build a base in. It'd be kind of funny. This cave is not proving to be as good as I thought it was gonna be when I first came in here, and it might be even worth doing the normal sea glide loop. Yeah, probably that wreck is going to be closer. There's a wreck over there, and there's a pearl tube that should be right there. The one we went through last time. Right there. I'm going to give that premise about 100% that I said I was going to give at the start of the run, but, you know, kind of failed to get around to. A lot of the same opening principles apply, by the way, to this run, as with the other run. Getting a scanner and then going to a wreck, except we're going to go to a different wreck this time. Getting sea glide fragments, getting some resources, building a sea glide, and then building a habitat builder. It's the start of pretty much a lot of the main board runs. Sea glide here, sea glide there. Looks like we're good. So that premise about 100% that I keep saying I'm going to give and then keep forgetting to give because I keep getting distracted and keep saying other things about other things. So 100%, there's a lot more involved that's going on in my head that I have to keep track of. In case you don't know, there's a few things in this game that we say you have to do for 100%. We say it's all achievements. So we just did the 17 achievement run. We're going to do all of them in this run as well. We have to do all blueprints and all databank entries as well. So blueprints is just, there's 157 of them. Just go around the map and scan pretty much everything, open every data box that has a unique blueprint. Oh wait, I wanted to go to this cave, yeah. And we'll die at the end of this cave. All right. And all the databank entries requires scanning literally everything. Or I guess not literally everything, because you could scan the repair tool, but it doesn't give you anything. But pretty much everything in the game, there's around 280 databank entries that we are going to be getting throughout this run. And hopefully I'm not going to forget many. The last time I did this run, I got a 129.10, which is my record. I got that in October of this year. Or last year, my bad. October of last year. And it's one of my proudest runs of playing this game. Because when we were just thinking about this category, when I picked it up, this category was at 3 hours and 10 minutes. That's AJ's run of the category. AJ Chimera, who is another very, very talented speedrunner. He did a lot of the routing that influenced the current route of this category. Obviously, I've had to change a few things, optimize a lot of things in order to get to where it is today, but I pretty much single-handedly brought it down to under 2 hours, and then an hour 53, and then an hour 44, and then an hour 38, hour 32, and eventually in October to an hour and 29. So one of my proudest speedrunning achievements is this run, and it is probably one of my favorite Subnautica categories to run. And I love it. I love doing this category. It's great. But there is a lot going on, and it's going to start right now. Start scanning pretty much everything in the game right now. We're going to hit a lot of the shallow scans. There's a lot of plants, a lot of animals that need scanning around here. You'll notice that with some of the fish, they actually have both a blueprint and a databank entry. We have to scan them for the databank entry and pick them up for the blueprint. We're going to save a peeper for later because peepers actually come up numerous times during this run. There's a whole separate storyline regarding how peepers function in this game. It's super interesting. Again, a lot of the game is like super interesting from a biological perspective. All the databank entries for all of these plants and stuff are pretty well thought out and super interesting, super unique. I haven't had a game where I could just dive into like the actual biology of everything in a long time, and this is just super interesting to me. I think we need a bladderfish. That is the only fish that we're missing from here. I think we're missing a few plants, and obviously we're missing the crash fish, but it's actually not the most optimal to do the crash fish right now. It's much better to do it later. And the reason why is because whenever you have Super Sea Glide, the way that, like, how do I say this? The detection functions of crash fish actually completely break. And it allows you to scan them without needing to sneak up on them or do any sort of nonsense like that. So that's pretty much going to be all of the shallow scans done. We left a few out. We're missing rabbit ray. We're missing gasopod, which are two bigger things. If I can try to get them now, I think I will. There is a rabbit ray over here. I am going to grab it. They'd like to run away for a bit. And we're going to drop all of these fish because I don't need them anymore. And we're going to make the habitat builder. I think we are going to make a base in the normal spot, just so I can show off the other variant of mushroom flooding, which I think is really cool. We're also going to make a repair tool. And then this. And we're going to repair the life pod. Repairing the life pod gives us a databank entry. There's going to be a lot of databank entries like this. Just stuff where we have to do certain tasks in certain areas just to get a databank entry. A lot of those come in the form of radio messages, but I'll get into a few of the specifics later. Some of them we really don't have to worry about, and they'll come just by us progressing through the game and progressing through the route naturally. Some of them we have to actually keep an eye on. So this is the other variant of Mushroom Flood. There's two places that we know of that this works for. But if you build your base in such a way that you can have it just be on top of a set of mushrooms, you can break those mushrooms instead of having to pick them up and drop them over top of your base, and it's much faster if you can get a spawn near these spots. It's just so much better. We have a lot of quartz right now, which is great. So you can see I just hit those, and now my base is flooded. So it's much faster than the alternative. We're gonna build our lockers here. Dump some stuff. Dump some stuff. Yeah, I am gonna just throw this. And that's Super Sea Glide again. Need 4 of these. 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So once again, just like all achievements, we only need 2 teeth for the run. But in this case, it's actually much easier to get those 2 teeth. I forgot to grab the rest of the things I needed to grab before I did that. Oh well. It's much easier to get the 2 teeth because while we're waiting for the dogs to pick up metal, we can actually scan a lot of the kelp forest around here. I'm trying to scan this doggo, but I know they're called stalkers. No one in the speedrunning community calls them stalkers, okay? They behave like dogs. We call them dogs. Looking for teeth. No such luck. Also, when you're at 0 oxygen, you won't immediately die. You actually die at -8 oxygen, technically, because every single oxygen lasts 1 second. We are going to go down into this cave and just start grabbing some resources here and some scans. I am also going to talk a bit more about how resources function in this game, specifically outcrops. So, outcrops have a specific mathematical variation that happens. It arises out of the way that the outcrops basically function, the way their drops are handled. And it functions in such a way that whenever you break a certain amount of an outcrop, you're guaranteed to get the same amount of things. And it depends on what that outcrop is. For limestone, out of every 2... so the cycle here is actually 2 long. You're guaranteed to get a limestone and a copper. It's kind of weird, by the way. We have not gotten any, anything. There's 1 stalker tooth. So you're guaranteed to get a limestone and a copper out of every 2, a titanium and a copper out of every 2 limestone that you break. And with sandstone, it's a bit more complicated, but it's still not the hardest thing to understand. You're guaranteed to get 3 lead, 3 silver, and 2 gold. And this is useful to us because you might have noticed in the first run, and also in this run, inevitably, when I start counting resources, I'm going to be counting sandstone. And that's because I know that out of every group of 8, I'm going to be hitting the exact same. So that's why I can do that. Shale is much more complicated. I think it's like 199 is a cycle. So, yeah, it's not very useful. And plus, we don't really need enough of the products of shale in this run for it to matter. So we've got our teeth. We have a lot of quartz, so let's go and make this stuff now. Here, dump some stuff. 4 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these. Combine with my auction tank, makes us the high capacity tank. Make 2 more glass, I guess. I'm just trying to find anything that I can make. I might have to just keep this glass on me. We have 3 copper, we need 11. And God, we have enough. I don't need any more freaking quartz. Oh my gosh. So we're going to be counting to 11 and 24 again. We're counting copper and sandstone broken after this initial 8. Keep in mind, look at this radiation warning. So this is a very important thing about 100%. We're at 4, I think, by the way. 5-2. I'll explain more about it in a second. 5-2. 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 6-6, 7-6, 7-7, 8-7, 9-7, 10-8. So 10-8. We need one more. 11-8. So now we're just at 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I did scan a crash fish. I think I scanned a brain coral. Alright, we're gonna go around. We're at 15. 15. Keep that number in mind. 15. We're gonna look around here, try to find some fragments. So that radiation warning that I was just talking about. One of the important things that we have to keep in mind for an 100% run is when the aurora actually explodes. That's because some of the areas in the aurora are actually locked, and we can't go in them until the the aurora actually explodes. And there are some things that we actually need to get in there, so we can't just like get in like we did in the glitched all achievements run that we just did. As nice as that would be. There are some things that literally, I've tried to find a way to get around it. I haven't been able to. So we need to wait until the aurora explodes. That radiation warning used to be the only thing that would tell us when the aurora exploded in the first 16 minutes of the run. See, the aurora explodes in a random time between 46 minutes and an hour and 20 minutes. And the radiation warnings will tell you exactly when that is. Basically, you take the time after you start, when you get your first radiation warning, and you multiply it by 5. And whatever time you get as a result is going to be the time you get your aurora explosion. So we got it around 12 minutes. Our explosion is going to be around an hour. Or it's 16, by the way. I'm going to have to count again. So 17, 18, 19, 20... 21. Whenever it's daytime, sandstone glows a little bit more in caves, which is very nice for being able to see it. 24, so we should be good. I am going to get a gold, though, I think, even though I generally don't need it. There we go. And now we're going to stop in this. Did I scan that? Yes. We're going to stop in the grassy plateau and just see if we can grab anything. Spider and Reginald. Awesome. Alright, we can head back, I'm pretty sure. So, the 100% run, if you're going for world record, it's gotten to the point where it's so fast that we can't actually take the slower explosion times anymore. My cutoff for explosion time is usually around an hour. I imagine if I go for it again, it's going to have to be like 58 minutes now. Wait, my base is over here. That's right. I made it over here so I could show this thing off. Yeah, that's right. Oh, well. Whoops. Since we have kind of gotten faster in a lot of different categories, we've kind of accepted the fact that we need to, do something about these radiation warnings, because it turns out waiting 12 minutes to need like a 46-minute explosion time in glitchless is just not fun at all. I got some assistance from some community members, and we made a tool that views some of the game memory and allows us to see when the aurora is going to explode. And it is so much better and so much more convenient than doing it any other way. And I really like that tool, and it's just great. It's just something we kind of had to look at and be like, is this really reasonable anymore? I don't think we can do this. Because people that are playing glitchless categories generally need the fastest explosions possible. Like, we're talking 46-minute explosions pretty much every time. So, that reset tool helps them out a lot, and it's allowed glitchless to get to the point where it's in the 56s, I think, maybe 55s. I'm not sure. All right, so that is our resources section done. We're gonna do flare storage on this locker, and we are gonna head out. There's a few things I want to grab before I leave the shallows. Just some bladderfishes. 3 and 4. If I was not playing it safe right now, I would just go with 4, but I'm gonna try and get 5. One more, please. One more bladderfish. Hello? Okay, 5. Thank you. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to look for some metal salvage on the floor, hopefully before I die. There we go. And dump all of that back in there. So, we are at a point in the run where we have a lot of resources, but we don't have a lot of blueprints. We need to get some tools before we can actually do the big sections of this run. So we're doing a little intermediate run here to grab some scans, some of the grassy plateau stuff, as well as some blueprints for later in the game. We're going to grab life pod 17. There's a nice sand shark around here. I will also point out that I am looking for that. I'm looking for an infected fish that I can pick up. So that boomerang had a bunch of green pustules on it. So that was infected, and I picked it up. And the reason for that is because there is a certain scan in the game that is infamous in this run for being annoying, and that is the species with symptoms of infection inhibited scan. And it is bad, and it's annoying, and no one likes it. I've found that it's much easier to do when you have one of these fishes that are infected. Looking for scanner rooms outside the wreck now. All we're missing outside the wreck. If you don't get all the scanner rooms right now, it's no big deal. Though we do get all the scanner rooms. That's kind of impressive. That does not normally happen. I'm gonna go for air now. Again, same rules apply when it comes to going up for air. We cannot go above 0 meters. Obviously, if I were only doing an 100% run, I would not, I would have to explain a lot of this stuff, and that'd be okay. I'd be able to explain a lot of it. I've kind of just been talking about the history of the category, all that stuff. But if I needed to talk about the game in a whole, I could also do that instead. So we got the PDAs, and now we can despawn the wreck. And you might be thinking, you know, why can't we do that in the reverse order? Well, you might notice that literally everything in the wreck is gone. And that would include databank entries. So if we don't go through the wrecks and get the databank entries, we will lose them, and there is no way to get them back. So we will literally lose the entire run. Like, we can't finish 100%. We have blueprint, we have prop cannon, we're looking for mod station, we're looking for laser cutter. The laser cutter's done, I just need mod station. Oh no. There's a very distinct lack of mod station here. I might have to run by another wreck. Yeah, let's go safety. We're just gonna go to this other wreck over here and see if we can find mod station. That's unfortunate. It's not usually a reset, but we wouldn't normally go to this wreck over here, even if it is a short distance away. I'm going to grab and eat this boomerang because we are running out of food, and it turns out when we run out of food, we will actually slow down, and that's bad. So we're just going to grab the modification stations here, just to be safe. Now, it is another thing that this is just to the moderators, or volunteers, whoever's watching the run, that I'm going to point out. If I were doing this run and I'm, like, right here, this section is a little bit risky. We have to do all of Jelly Shroom Cave in one breath, in order to have it at its fastest. And it can be a little bit. It can be a little bit impossible, especially if you don't have the freaking rebreather. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? It's fine. I got everything over here. We're just gonna go up and we're gonna go back to our base and make the rebreather. Oh my goodness, that is really. That's a large L right there. I cannot believe I missed the rebreather. What am I doing? Goodness gracious. Doing this section in one breath it's normally very tight, and it's pretty hard to do. That's why I have a lot of the bladderfishes. Whenever you eat a bladderfish, you gain some air back, and that's crucial for this section. Where are... Why did I just never grab them? Like, what happened? I seriously have... Like, what? Did it just disappear? Like, what happened? Why do I... Oh! Uh-oh. Alright, that's bad. Oh god, I forgot. I don't need to make 2 of them. We only need to make 1. No. So, oh my gosh, I'm so rusty and 100%. Goodness gracious, this is so bad. I only need to make 1 advanced wiring kit, not 2. Goodness gracious. Alright, whatever. We're gonna go over to the gassy base over here now. Normally, we'd go through the Jelly Shroom Cave. I'm really, like, flunking the run right now. This is kind of bad. Man, I'm like, kind of upset with myself right now. This is so annoying that I'm just forgetting all this stuff. It's whatever. I just need to keep going. Just keep going. It's okay. It's a no reset, so I'm not gonna bother. It's okay. We're looking for a lot of shale down here, and we're looking to scan everything else down here. We have all of the shale that we actually need. I do need this scan though, and I also need crab snake. So we're gonna get crab snake. Okay, we're not gonna get crab snake right now. Apparently, we're gonna go ahead and search around the wreck here. We have power cell chargers here, which is mysterious. That never happens. We have no stasis rifle, though. I need stasis rifle here. It's really annoying. Just not gonna find stasis rifle. Apparently not. Okay, whatever. I gotta go get a backup for stasis rifle now, too. Oh my goodness, this run's going great. Goodness. Also, I'm gonna say it is worth noting, just as a sidebar, that this game does have a little bit of an epilepsy warning, especially when we get our stasis rifle, which is a tool that we are looking for the blueprint for right now, but we didn't find, which is really annoying. Let's try to get crab snake now. You gonna aggro me? There we go. This thing's probably gonna grab us and give us a little bit of a bite. Or not. It's gonna be faster than that. Alright, whatever. I'm fine with that. And now we're gonna save our inventory and death warp back to base.
Emergency power. Oxygen production offline.
Awesome. Okay. That whole segment was a little bit rough, but it's okay. Our base is over here. It's a little bit of a distance. It's okay. As long as I get to showcase the general premise of the run, it's all right. Well, unfortunately, because everything is bad, I have to get more. Oh, I forgot lead. I'm gonna need to get more sandstone, so that might be something I just do right now. Go. Let's go and put that back in there. Deconstruct you. So that modification station little build right there allows us to get the highest of high capacity tanks. We're gonna go ahead and swap some of my batteries out and make some tools. You know what? Let's go see if we can just get stasis rifle right now. There's a wreck right here that we should be able to just look in real quick. See if there's stasis rifle on the bottom of. There is. I have no idea if I have grab trap or not. I don't. Okay, there we go. Now I have stasis rifle, so we'll be able to show off the run like normal. There is a way to recover, but I'm not used to it right now, so I'm not even going to bother. And we can make the stasis rifle. There we go. Okay. We're back on track for the most part. Now we just got to prepare for mountain. Oh, that's right. I have all of this stuff in here that I might want to handle. Go ahead and just handle this. I think I need to make another ingot. Yeah, that looks right. And then I need to save the rest of the titanium for later. I need a waterproof blocker. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I need. And now we're gonna deconstruct the solar panel. And now we're gonna do a funny little glitch with waterproof blockers. These are typically the first method of storage that someone will get. And you can actually not pick them up unless you have a propulsion cannon. If you have a propulsion cannon, you can pick them up. That's because the way the propulsion cannon grabs stuff overrides the way that anything else would grab it, which is very nice for me because I don't have to worry about anything else. And I can actually have that waterproof blocker, and now it's full of items, so it allows me to carry more than I normally would be able to, which is good. I'm gonna grab 1, 2. I see why I didn't make my my rebreathers, because I didn't have a fiber mesh on me. Do it. So we're gonna dump and dump. And now we're gonna go handle the northern section of the map for the first time. Hit life pod 6. There we go. And we actually got everything from that wreck, which is kind of cool. So we're gonna go for air here. Air management is surprisingly important in 100%. There's a lot that has to go on with your air. You need to make sure that, you know, you're playing it, you're playing the run in a way such that, you know, you have the amount of air that you need for certain sections of the run. And if you don't, you need to have a plan in order to make sure you have, like, can complete the section of the run that you're looking to complete. So, I'm looking for an enzyme peeper right here, which is a peeper with one of these magical tails. That's going to help us with the aforementioned species with symptoms of infection inhibited scan. If you put an enzyme peeper in a room with a infected thing, then they'll do a little dance, and the infected thing will have its symptoms inhibited, and that's how you can scan it. Which is obviously very nice. Credit to my partner, by the way, for inspiring me for that strat. They were doing a casual playthrough, and we discovered that they made a little aquarium, and all of their aquarium species inside were inhibited. I was like, try to find an enzyme keeper. You might be able to cure everything in there. And that's how I came up with that idea. It used to be the fact, by the way, this is old routing, that you would need to get 2 enzyme keepers from that vent. We're going through this wreck, by the way, and there's nothing too interesting to say about it. Just grabbing some of the stuff. It used to be the fact that we needed, 2 enzyme keepers so we could cure one of those guys. Look at that. How convenient. We would basically feed 2 enzyme keepers to an infected predator, and it would cure them of their ailment. But getting 2 can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Sometimes you get 2, no problem, but sometimes you don't. I think I need to scan a mesmer still. I do. Alright, it's time that I explain how the bulb zone works. It is infamously complicated, and it perplexed a lot of us speedrunners for a very long time. But, we actually got one of the people who works on the game to give us a bit of info about it, and we kind of did a little bit of a digging into the code to figure it out. So basically, whenever you're in the bulb zone, there's a timer that's playing. And whenever the timer finishes, you'll get the LifePod 4 radio message. And you need to get the LifePod 4 radio message because it's a databank entry. It's one of the codes and clues ones. It doesn't tell you exactly where it is, but it gives you like a estimate or something like that. So we have to get that. And the problem is that what is the problem? What was I saying? The problem is, we used to not know how long that timer is. Now we know it's 2 minutes. And you have to be in the bulb zone completely uninterrupted. So that's the 1 minute timer right there. So I have to stay, or that quote right there is the 1 minute timer. So that tells me I've been in the bulb zone for a minute. So I have to stay in the bulb zone for another minute. And you cannot leave the bulb zone during this time. You have to stay in the bulb zone the entire time this timer's playing. My voice is starting to hurt, by the way. I'm talking a lot today. Hold on, maybe I should pause to grab some water. Whew. Sorry. Small little pause. So we have to wait for a full 2 minutes in this area and just try to find some things to scan. Also, going into wrecks and going into caves counts as leaving the bulb zone. So going into that cave there interrupted the timer. So now we have to find some other things to do while we wait for the timer to go down. We're still in the bulb zone down here. I know it doesn't look like it, but we technically are. This is where we're going to be going. We're going over there. I'm gonna wait a bit longer. Normally it's safe to go right now, but I'm not very trusting. Do I have everything I need? Yeah, our inventory's looking on. We got Bone Shark, right? Yeah. Alright, let's just go. I think we got it. If we got it, we'll get a radio message in about a minute. And that's going to be the LifePod 4 radio message. Not that one. That one is the Lost River. Or Mountain, I think, maybe. Radio message. It's a Reaper Leviathan right over there, by the way. I always like to tell people where Reaper Leviathans are. Just in the unlikely event that we accidentally hit one. Speaking of Reaper Leviathans, by the way, we are going to be... That's our next scan. We're scanning a Reaper Leviathan right now. We're going to go over and scan Mabel. Assuming Mabel's actually there. We're going to hope she is. Should be right by this mountain. There she is. She's going into the wall. You gonna come out of the wall, Mabel? Come try to kill me? I'm like right in your aggro zone. Hello? I mean, you can always do it later. But doing it later usually means doing it at night. Mabel, come out of the wall! Thank you. Yeah, Leviathans kind of have crappy hitboxes. with the stasis rifle. This is what I mean by the epilepsy warning, by the way. We have to go into these bubbles. And it can kind of, it can be a little bit, just small warning there. And also, yeah, Reaper Leviathans are kind of scary, especially at night. But because of the way that the pace we're on right now, typically we end up around Mabel actually during night, so we don't usually do that scan. But because we're going a bit slower right now, our spawn wasn't great and our resources weren't great and all that other stuff, we have it during the day, so it is okay to do it then. Oh, I forgot to talk about this glitch. Whenever you use the knife with the laser cutter, the knife animation is faster than the laser cutter animation to open a door, so we always try to overlay it. So the laser cutter animation will play at the speed of the knife animation, and it'll basically take some of the time off the top. Which is nice. There's a lot to scan on this wreck. There's going to be a lot of blueprints that we're getting, a lot of miscellaneous stuff in here that we can just get our hands on. There's also some prawn arms around here. You can actually get 3 of the 4 at this wreck. Prop cannon, torpedo, and grappling. Drill arms we usually get elsewhere. I'm going to grab the prop arm here. This will be the last one we need. Prop arms are the only ones. Actually, all the arms we can get a lot later. Grappling arms are nice to have now because there's only one other location we can get them. No, there's 2. I think there's 2. I think there's 2. I mean, all of them are nice to have now. We actually have both grappling arms here, which is nice. But like I said, there's just so much to scan at this wreck. We haven't even gone the other section yet. It can actually, sometimes you can scan so much here that you actually end up scanning too much. There is such a thing as scanning too much. At this wreck in particular, sometimes it's better not to scan everything here because you have to make sure that your air is on. In this case, it's actually not that important for us to have our air be exactly on because it's daytime. So we're going to make a base in this area. And when we go into that base, it's going to be day. We're going to have power. So we're going to get air when we go into that base. And that is not typical. Again, because this section usually happens at night. But because we're a bit slower, like I said, it's happening at day right now, which is okay. There's a tablet under the floor here. If you ask me to explain why, I think it's because the developers wanted to put it on the ground, but accidentally put it too low, or maybe someone shifted. You have to get a warper scan at some point. The earlier you do it, the better. It is kind of annoying to do right now because I have to make a base, and now I'm going to be a little bit, have to speed up a little bit here. And also you're doing that, which is also annoying. Oh my gosh. Everything just needs to stop. Okay, we're gonna go in. Usually I'd flood the base, but I can't flood the base right now. I need to, I don't have enough air. This. Flood the base. Flood the base. Hey, Shingus, flood the base. Thank you. And we'll get a wall locker down. Put some things in there. I need a gold. Usually I'm supposed to take it, but because I don't have the thing, I made too many advanced wiring kits. I don't have a gold, so we're gonna make a gold. Or grab a gold. We're gonna scan this. Are you aggro on me? Are we? Nope, not supposed to do this yet. Oh, did he go away? Thank you. We're actually respectful. Now we can make this and put this in here and leave. Finally. We're gonna go over here and dump these quartz because we actually need to get back into this base later. So we're gonna just dump the hatch ingredients there. For some reason, scanning the laser cutter gets you a data entry on this patch, so we're gonna do that. And now we're gonna go up to the top. This mountain has been so sloppy. The warper plus, like, my lack of air, the amount of stuff I had to scan. It might have been better just to leave some scans for later, actually, in this particular instance. But I didn't because I'm trying to play things safer than I normally would. This sky ray is infamously annoying to get. You have to get it here. There's literally no better time to do it. You have to get the sky right here, and if it's not in your way, it's always a pain to go out and try to look for it. And now we're gonna do some item flying. So walking is much slower than just flying. So flying through here is just so much better. Trying to do an animation overlap here so I can get my pop cannon a bit faster. Awesome. And grab it and head into the elevator. All right. That was good. I keep disconnecting and reconnecting from my chat room. There's been like 9 of them throughout this recording session, which is just really weird. But I'm not streaming because my Wi-Fi must be going on and off and on and off. That's not usually a problem, by the way. Usually I have Ethernet, but the Ethernet is acting up right now. I'll try to get that fixed. So we just did a little clip out of bounds here. That clip, by the way, is only available on the September 2018 patch. In fact, most of the glitches that we're doing are only available on some of the older patches of the game. Super Sea Glide and not the clip into the Aurora, actually, that's not patched, but a lot of the big time savers in a glitched run are actually patched out in some of the newer versions of the game. Oh, wow, nice voice crack. They're patched out in newer versions of the game, which is really just not great. For glitched runners, you have to down patch to run this game glitched. And there's no other platform you can do that on other than Steam. Which is a bummer. But that is the way it is, unfortunately. Just gotta live with it. So now we completed our mountain segment. We're back at base. And we're gonna go set up our cuttlefish egg now. Now, we don't actually have to set it up right now. Usually the timing of it is not as important as all achievements, since there's a lot more time in which you will have all of the stuff that you need in order to set up the cuttlefish egg. But we're still going to do it now. Because we have all this stuff right now, so why not, right? We are going to do it a little bit differently, actually. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I do that, let's, I have to grab the batteries out of these 2 tools since we got no batteries on that trip, which is kind of unlucky in itself. 2 of these, all of these, alright. Eclipse again. Eclipse always happens around 47 minutes. We're going to make that tube, and then we're going to make the multi-purpose room and a hatch. And that tube is very important. You'll see why in a bit. It's actually because we want to turn the space into a dupe base after we're done with it. Which we talked a little bit about a dupe base last run. We're going to really abuse it in this run. There's a bunch of things that we have to duplicate in this run. Oh, also, forgot that we have to grab the fish. And now we can put this, the enzyme peeper, and the infected fish in there. And they will uninfect, the cuttlefish will hatch, and we'll be all set there. So now I need these. We're going to make this since I have it. That. We have those, 2 of these, 2 of these. This. I actually need more than that. My bad. Go ahead and swap those batteries out. And we're going to make our mobile vehicle bay. Awesome. So, just making sure everything's on. Trying to clear out my inventory. Everything looks good. I think we're good to go. So now we're going to head over here. We're trying to get to life pod 13 right now. We all the way over here. Or actually, we're not trying to get to life pod 13 right now. We're going to get to it in a bit. You can see he's becoming dark. It's going to be a little scary for me because we're going to have to do dunes in the dark. And if you've looked at a Subnautica map before, you know that dunes has a lot of leviathans in it. A lot of them. And despite running this game for 4 years. Oh my god, 4 years. Christ. I've been playing this game for too long. Sorry. Minor existential crisis. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have titanium for this. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Let's do it normally. We already have power cell charger, which is the other thing we normally get in here, so it's okay. Despite running this game for 4 years, I'm still terrified of it, frankly. The dunes at night still makes me sweat. Like really badly. And I still don't know the dunes very well. Because there's not many reasons to go in there for speedrunning. Typically, the only times you need to go there are in no damage runs. Because it's the closest place on the route where you're getting a reinforced dive suit, which is important because you need to not take damage in the lava zone. I would love to do a no damage run for a marathon, but it seems like a bad idea. Just, you know, logically, because, you know, taking damage happens very easily. So this is the dunes. I'm trying to find a good spot to go in, and I'm not finding it, to be honest. I'm kind of worried about where I am. Where in the hell am I, actually? I have no clue where I am. Oh, no. Oh God. Where am I? Is this it? Or is this sinkhole? Where even am I? Is this sinkhole? Oh god, I'm at sinkhole. Oh my gosh, I'm really far off. Wow. I might have to go for air. There's a Leviathan right there. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's very easy to get lost in this section of the run. I thought I was going too far left. I adjusted myself to go too far right then. Man, that's bad. Usually I have a pretty good idea of where I'm going, but, you know, just not today, I guess. It's okay. As long as I find my way and no one dies, it's okay. So I'm looking for a section where we're getting a curve. This looks promising. Girl, you... I'm looking for, like, wreck pieces. Oh my gosh, please. Well, I found wreck pieces, but also I lost my scan that I wanted. Is it over here? There's our wreck. Alright, we found it. Now, I have gotten absolutely destroyed here before. Some Leviathans just take it upon themselves to just grief me. In a 100% hardcore glitchless run, I had a Seamoth over here And one of these Leviathans that's around here just completely yoinked it from me. And I was like, what in the hell? Why did you do that? So where's my Leviathan boy? Now he's over there. I'm trying not to go right by him because I'm kind of scared, to be honest. I didn't even see him. Alright, well, whatever. Now, there's a Leviathan directly above us, and we're going to go out of bounds and up, which is a little scary, to be honest. This Leviathan likes to clip out of bounds, too, which is always a time. And we're going to grab that little databank entry right there. And now we're done with the dangerous section of the dunes. We're going to go up north, and now there shouldn't be any more Reaper Leviathan threat. Which is great for me because I was sweating, to be honest. Can I get the sand shark skin now? Please, sand shark, just... Can you settle down? Where even are you? Oh my gosh, this guy is not treating me well today. None of the sand sharks are. I have no idea what's going on with that. And now we're gonna go out of the playable area. We are right near the edge of the map here, and it's just right down there. It just drops off into infinity, and there's nothing beyond it. So we have to go out here. It gives us a databank entry and tells us that we are about to die. So, yeah, maybe not go that way. There's actually a bunch of adult ghost leviathans out there. Speaking of adult ghost leviathans, that's our next scan. And adult ghost leviathans are perhaps the worst perpetrators of terrible hitboxes in this game. Sometimes you'll shoot right at their faces and they will just, it just phases directly through them. It's great. So here's an adult ghost leviathan. There's actually 2 breeds of ghost leviathans if you couldn't pick it up from... See what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? That was just terrible. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, good. There's adult ghost leviathans and there's ghost leviathan juveniles. We're going to scan a ghost leviathan juvenile pretty soon as well. Head down. I'm going to try to catch where I am. I'm here, I think. So are we over here? We'll do that later. Get blood root. Picking up one of these blood pustules will give us a... oh, this is not going to work. Gives us a blueprint for blood oil. This is another clip to get out of bounds and get this one. Each of these, like, sanctuaries, the reason we're clipping out of bounds is because each of them takes a purple tablet. And those are purple tablets that I do not have. So I'm just trying to skip the doors so I don't have to... get them out of bounds. Hello. I'm just gonna run away from them, actually. I don't have the patience. There's always a bunch of blighters down here anyway. Looking for blood crawlers, which are these spindly boys. And you know, while we're here, we'll get Uranite. And that's blood cup. We are 13 minutes behind my world record. That's crazy. So here's the Ghost Leviathan Juvenile. I want to see if I can get an aggro. Whatever, I'll just... Oh my... Bro's got places to be. Awesome. So as I unfortunately learned during one of my runs, if you go up to the heads of some of these Ghost Leviathans, they can still do their animation and kill you, but sometimes they, like, won't kill you. It's very strange. They can pseudo-kill you, so they'll do their animation of killing you, but they won't actually kill you. Very weird. Reapers are the biggest proponents of that. We can get Nickel up here, it's much better to get it up here than anywhere else. We actually got all 3 here, which is incredible luck. And now we're gonna go to my favorite area of the game. This is the only run where we get to ever visit here, and I love this place so much. It's my wallpaper background, it's the thumbnail to most of my videos, and I just love that entire area so much. It's such a great vibe. Now you might notice that we're about to die. Potentially you might notice that. So we're gonna make a base, flood it, and go inside of it. And we're gonna try to scan some stuff while we're dying. Turns out you can actually scan stuff while you're dead. The game doesn't quite instantly warp you back. So we actually got a lot of this bone scan done while we were dead. Very convenient, right? Do River Prowler. I think we did Ghost Ray. We did Ghost Ray when we first came in, right? Yeah. And now we're going to hit the disease research facility, but this time from this direction. And we're actually going to go through it and do all the things that we need to do in it. Now, we can't skip this purple tablet door. The ones in alien bases are a lot harder to skip, not when they're just surrounded by terrain. So, we're going to have to use a purple tablet there. That's why we got a few back at Mountain. Is there a guy trying to kill me right now? I mean, I wouldn't mind actually taking a bite right now. It'd be okay. And once we grab this, we need to do a self-scan at some point afterwards, and that's going to give us the bacterial infection report whenever we do that. But it's bad to do it in the water because we're going to get an animation that's going to slow us down a lot. So instead, we're going to want to do it while we are not in the water, i.e. in the air. I also need to do this type of mobile vehicle bay clip that's really annoying and sometimes just really doesn't like to function. Basically, whenever you run into the ground with Super Sea Glide, you'll be able to clip through it very slightly. And if you do it in just the right way, you can get your mobile vehicle bay to clip out of bounds, and you can climb it while it's out of bounds and floating up. I'm failing it right now. What's wrong? Come on, just do the clip, please. I don't have that much air. I'm so out of practice. I really need to practice this clip. There we go. Thank you. I only have 90 seconds to do Lava Zone now. This is not gonna go. So where am I in the Lava Zone? Oh, I'm all the way over here. Oh, okay. So our next scan is gonna be Kevin. Now, in hardcore glitchless, Kevin has a wonderful tendency to just absolutely destroy me or completely vanish. One of the two. Really annoying. Now, I don't want Kevin to get any ideas, so I'm just going to give him another big love tap with the stasis rifle, make sure he doesn't move. We're going to scan these Reaper Leviathan bones right here. Hello there. Lava larva. And the other scans we should be able to just actually get while we're inside of the lava castle here. Oh, you're more important. Hello. I'm just gonna run past you here. I do not want to get hit by that. That does 80 damage. I also don't want to die, so maybe I should focus on that. There we go. You know, what if I try the thing that I learned last time? I'm gonna safety save. the little fun technique I learned where you can clip through the ceiling and then jump off of a big cliff that happens to be there for some reason. Let me try that. See what happens. So again, we can't skip these doors because they're in an alien base. It's kind of hard to... It's not that hard to clip out of bounds, but it's much harder to clip back in bounds. And actually, this door right here, Salvner and I have been working on low percent, and this is one of the 2 consumables that's actually left in low percent. It's that door right there. We just think it's too hard to try to clip out and clip back in with 45 seconds of air and losing double of it, double time. We just think it's gonna be too hard. Where is my friend? Did I go up here? Well, I mean, if you come up here, I guess it's fine. Was that my countdown? I guess so. Happy New Year! Now the Aurora's blown up. Oh no, not this bug. No. Alright, we might actually have to save load. I want to save load. Oh, that fixed it? Okay. Wait, saving fixes the bug? Wait, that's not even against RTA rules. What? Saving fixes the bug? Oh my god. Really? Oh, there's no way that... What have I now... Okay. That's great to know. I'm upset I haven't figured that out earlier because that glitch has ruined so many... Oh, never mind. It's still here. Oh, but saving still fixes it. That's so strange. Ah. Okay. I still need magma ring, I think. Unless I got it. Didn't I just get it? I might have just gotten it. Let's check. Magma ring. Where were you? I just saw you. I swear I just saw a magma ring. I did get you. Okay. Let's do out of these here. Let's see. Alright. Go to bounds. Oh! Ray! I have to do this. Oh my god. What am I gonna do? I have to get back out of bounds. Can we just do... We can do old strats. Holy crap, we're bringing it back to 2018 right now. We are really gonna bring this back.
I am what
Flippy, why are you clipping into the PCF?
want to help you.
Oh, girl, we are bringing this back. Also, stop doing that. I'm afraid you're gonna kill me. Ready? This is some old stuff right here. Ow. Buddy, I prefer you didn't try to kill me. Please, work. You have to hold forward. There it is. Water. Is he stuck there? Might just be stuck there. That would suck. We're here. And here, I have to go down, and then here, and then up. Oh, we brought it back. This is not how you're supposed to do this segment. You're supposed to stay out of bounds. And, yeah, do some other stuff, but I did not do it that way.
To play. Others
Where's my
came here
portal?
once.
Is it over here?
These walls. They played alone. They bored me.
I like my improvising.
Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious.
Very strange.
Whether you
Very,
swim
very
with
strange.
the current or fight against it.
Oh my gosh, am I gonna have to do a screenshot clip? Is that what's about to happen right now? I have to do a clip to get into the sand here if I don't want to wait for Big Mama.
My young
So I can wait
to
for Big
hatch,
Mama
to play
if I need
outside
to.
this
But I'm gonna
place.
try to do a
We
screenshot
have
clip
been
into here.
so long.
Why are my controls
The
down?
others built a
Oh,
passage
no.
to reach
She
the
just
world outside. I asked them for this
hit the
freedom,
portal.
but they could not hear me.
Portal.
If you
Portal.
help us,
Portal.
I will
Look,
give
trigger.
you freely
Something.
what the others
Trigger.
tried
There we go.
in
Okay.
vain to take.
This run's kind of skilled, but you know it's still going. Still fun. Still having a time. Still mostly showing off the route. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just wait. Wait. I didn't grab something from the PCF. I need to go back and grab something. I need to grab a sea crown. I forgot to grab a sea crown.
With the passage you
My bad.
my young can leave this place.
I need to grab an Oculus.
First
I
they
need to do
must feel
that.
the
Gotta
time
do
is
that.
right
Goodness.
and break free of their shells.
Alright, there's a cave over
This
here.
is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
We're looking for a fish with a purple eye. There's one.
New blueprint acquired.
Now you can get these in the Jelly Shroom Cave, but because, like I said, like I was talking about in Jelly Shroom Cave, it can be kind of hard to do that segment in one breath. Sometimes it's just better to leave it until now, because the air in this section is a lot less tight, as you can see. Here, dump tools, make our hatching enzymes, go ahead and deconstruct fabricator, grab Super Sea Glide again, and we'll go back through the portal. Such a weird run. Kind of fun though. I will admit, trying to make up strats on the fly is kind of the most fun that you can have in this game. This is a weird databank entry. For some reason, you have to do that. I don't really get it. There we go. So everyone's hatched. Now we're gonna head over here. We have to do the entire upstairs of the PCF. And yes, it's better to do it this way. To do the bottom section first and then the top section second. The idea is that you keep Super Sea Glide the entire time that you're doing the entire aquarium, so it is faster. And remember how I was talking about earlier, how flying is significantly faster than not flying? Well, here we go again. We can only drop things when we're in the water, so we drop into the water. And you might notice that this barrier is active, except it actually is. See, when you fly into these barriers backwards, the game will deactivate them, and it is a failsafe mechanism in case you get stuck back there. So now we got a lot of things to scan in this section of the PCF. It's kind of just a right-click holding simulator for a little bit here, and flying around to the best of our ability to try to grab some of these terminals and things.
Integrating new PDA data.
I introduced flying in here with the hope that it would save time, but to be honest, I've lost more runs in here due to my flying than I want to admit. I used to just fly on a crab, but then I got the idea of making an air bladder for a lot of flying. I used to just walk through the upper section of the gun, but flying is much better. Oh wait, I have to scan this. And then this. Also, you might notice that the air bladder is slow falling, even when it's in air. It's because it's hard-coded below 0 meters to fall slower, like despite if it's in air or not. I figured that was gonna happen sooner or later. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do for battery. And that's everything we need from the PCF, so we're gonna go ahead and we are an hour and 14 minutes into this run. That's right, we don't have battery. We're gonna try to do another cure clip. Drop. And let's see what we can do here. The whole purpose of a cure clip is to it gives you a more direct line to the top section of the gun here instead of oh, I didn't even get it. Okay, never mind. Who cares? Oh goodness gracious. I only have 8% left in my Sea Glide. These my batteries are like cutting it close. Kind of really bad. See, batteries are normally not this much of a problem, but I got unlucky in a certain section of a certain wreck during the mountain section of the run. I usually get one battery there. If I get two, I'm really lucky, but one battery there is you can usually rely on it, but I didn't get any, which makes me really upset. And it makes this section more annoying than it needs to be. And you might notice we're kind of swimming in air, and that's because we didn't really pass any transitions, like water to air transitions. So we're just kind of allowed to swim in air. Let's do this. Just some battery management. And now we're gonna do the Aurora, which is a notably infamous section of the run for some reason. It's just kind of annoying sometimes. A lot that goes on, and sometimes you can miss a scan pretty easily in there.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 9.
Here.
The captain is gone. I've assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me orders to dry land.
So, we gotta do this. Scan the boomerang. There's my piece of specimen with symptoms. I totally said it wrong the entire run, but oh well. This is why having no batteries is really annoying. And you might think, oh no, the fish, but don't worry, they'll be fine. I'm just gonna send them into another realm. Goodbye. Alright, and here, 2 of these. I said 2 of these. And we're gonna make the radiation suit. We're gonna come out here, and we're gonna say farewell to the cuttlefish. Because it's a lovely glitch that happens if you completed a game and then you start another one. You'll be able to say farewell to the cuttlefish without building the rocket. Which is as annoying as it seems. grab these, grab these, grab this, grab 4 of those, grab 1 of those. And I'll just dump you, because why not? Medkits. I think we're all set. Let's go have a good trip to the Aurora. So, we have, like, no batteries right now. And normally, you know, a sane person would probably be worried, but I'm not really that worried. The Aurora is stocked with batteries, usually. I'm going to say usually because, you know, it's not always the case. Sometimes, you know, we'll just get incredibly unlucky and, you know, we won't find any batteries, for God's sake. I mean, it's possible. But there are usually a decent amount. You usually rely on finding like 3 or 4, maybe 5. So we're gonna head in. There's a Reaper right there. And drop our... Where did it go? I have no idea where it went. Where did it go? Did it just vanish? Is it gone forever? Well, my air bladder's gone. Alright, whatever. We're gonna use a crab. Fly up into the top section of the... Hello? Into the top section of the Aurora. I'm just gonna kill you. Screw you. Hate you. No one likes you. Extinguishing fire takes too long, so we're just gonna run through it and take damage. Yeah, we got a lot of batteries around. That's good. Battery. The code of these doors is always the same. This one's 1454. We're gonna start swapping some batteries in. Importantly, though, we need to... I've already taken care of your entire storyline, Big Mama. Get off my screen. I need to get my repair tool out right now, because we're about to repair the entire Aurora. We're gonna grab another med kit. Please let me up. You can encounter a glitch right here sometimes where the fire will just persist forever and you will just die. If you're not careful about how you come out of that water right there. Which is why I'm pretty careful about it. And now we're gonna go through and repair the Aurora normally. I forgot to mention, by the way, in all achievements, whenever you repair the Aurora like I did, whenever the Aurora blows up, all of the breaches come back. So if you repair the Aurora before it even blows up, yeah, the breaches just, they just come right back. I don't know if the radiation, like, starts spreading again. Or, well, it doesn't spread before the Aurora explodes, but... if it will still spread even if you repair it after. I imagine it will. I'm trying not to let bleeders hit me, but, you know, there's only so much I can do. Please. Awesome. That is our Aurora repaired. We're going to grab our laser cutter, swap a battery in, a full battery preferably. And now we're going to do the knife glitch, except with the repair tool. It functions slightly better with the repair tool because the repair tool's animation time is actually faster than the knives. Probably don't need any more batteries. I'm going to try to hit a certain dialogue trigger in here. It triggers the LifePod 7 radio message. There it is. So that dialogue right there triggers the LifePod 7 radio message, which gives you one of the codes and clues databank entries we were talking about with LifePod 4 in the bulb zone. There's our prawn suit, fully done, by the way. And now we're going to go through the living quarters here, scan some blueprints, grab some databank entries, enter some codes to some doors. In here, there's a databank entries. One of these databank entries, by the way, is a duplicate. So we will actually see the exact same databank later in the run, and we're not going to pick it up for that reason. The code of this door is 1869. I'm sure you can figure out why the developers made it 1869. And this one's 267. I do not put it beyond the devs to have made that code very intentionally. I mean, come on, have you heard the old Seamoth line? I'm not gonna say it right now because it is not very PG. When I say not very PG, I mean it belongs in a show like Hazbin Hotel, so like maybe not. Alright, and that is Aurora taken care of. Now we can go ahead and die. And we are going to be on our way to the final section of the run, where we happen to handle the southern section. Why is my screen vibrating like that? That's kind of annoying. Dump those two, dump medkits. We're fine. Now, here's our mobile vehicle bay, again, for reasons we've already talked about. That floated up from the lava zone. And when I say already talked about, I mean we talked about it in the old achievements. Something, something, terrain stops loading. We're gonna wrap up some of these wrecks on the southeastern section. I always mix up west and east. Why do I always mix them up? Wrap up some of these wrecks on the southeastern section of the map. And now we're gonna go hit LifePod 7, which is all the way over here. I'm gonna go over air as well before I do this. And down. It's just past here. Or here? There it is, okay. I went to the wrong pillar. I thought I was at a different one. Awesome. And now we're gonna head into the Grand Reef. There's 2 wrecks we need, and the Degassi base as well. This is one of the wrecks. Databank entry in here that we need to get. I've tried my best to route out a lot of the wrecks in this run that we don't absolutely need to go to. So, for example, the mountain wreck is one wreck that I haven't been able to route out. It is really a necessary part of the run. I've found absolutely no way to route it out, despite the fact that there's no databank entry associated with it. There's just too many blueprints there that, like, getting them elsewhere would require, like, going on an absolute safari to the other sections of the map that we don't want to go to. So, as much as I don't want to take an L there, I kind of had to. That is one of the few exceptions to the rule. Oh, and by the way, we actually saved time on my LifePod 7 split when comparing to my PB, so good job us. We saved 30 seconds. I don't know what I was doing. I was, like, goofing off. Hello. And now we're going to head over here.
New blueprint acquired.
And we're going to go to the other wreck in the Deep Grand Reef. Scan a sea treader on the way. One of my favorite creatures in the game. They just look so silly. And they're also incredibly useful in casual playthroughs. If you go to the left of this big mountain, there's an adult ghost leviathan, by the way. I hope people enjoy me pointing out the leviathan locations.
Integrating new PDA data.
I'm sure it's very settling. If you go just to my left 100 meters, you'll probably find leviathan. We're going up to the floating island again. There's a lot we have to get up here. Starting with an ancient floater. The reason this island is floating is because of these ancient floaters. Again, the biology in this game, absolutely top-notch.
Integrating new PDA data.
Really? I don't have power for that? Thought I put power back in here. Also, why can't I build anything? Oh, it's because I'm not on the right thing. I need to be here. Lower. I need the base to be mostly underwater, or else I won't be able to get Super Sea Glide back. And now we're going to sacrifice a newborn. Goodbye. Hello? Where did that just go? Why did I put it back in that tool? I'm usually very good about my battery swaps, but not today, huh? By the way, we've been running this category for an hour 29 minutes and an hour 30 minutes on the dot right now.
New PDA data.
So we have officially gone over my PB, which is okay. I mean, it's kind of to be expected. My PB is very, very good.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data.
Now, because I lost my air bladder, I have literally no clue where it went. So we gotta use a crab to fly.
Integrating
Please do not
PDA data.
fly off the face of the mountain. I really need you. Alright, die. The reason flying with an air bladder is just better here is because the spider can get in the way of this bulkhead scan, and a lot of your other scans, in fact, and just run away and be a menace in general. And yeah, you can basically lose a run to it. Or maybe not lose a run, but lose a lot of time to it. Like 30 seconds to a minute.
New blueprint acquired.
If the crabbo keeps getting in the way of your bulkhead scan, yeah, you'll just have to, like... You have to either suck it up or kill the crab and just walk, which is what I did right now. I had to kill the crab, so we're just going to walk down the mountain. And that's okay. If I was able to fly, we would actually be getting more time. But, you know, we're not able to fly. Oh yeah, I did not need to do that at all. I got a new battery from here. I always forget that you get a new battery from here. And now we have our Super Sea Glide base.
Oxygen production offline.
So instead of, like, getting 20 seconds, we're going to lose 5. Oh well. There's one section of the run, apparently my 100% run can be improved in. It's the later sections. I was probably very nervous, so, you know. That didn't help. Alright. 5.19. And we're going to grab 4 Gel sacks, 4 rubies. I've already scanned one. I scanned them in the bulb zone. I scanned... I think I did scan. Yeah, I scanned those guys in the dunes. Time capsule. We're not allowed to open them for runs. Side note. Sidebar. We got the power cell charger in Jelly Shroom Caves, so we actually don't need to get it. We don't need to get it here, which is nice. I need to scan these two here because I didn't scan them in the bulb zone. This kind of last section of the run, we're just kind of... I just got to think of all the things, remember all the things that you haven't gotten yet, and just get them. I grab 1 ion cube. It's typically what I need. Sometimes I need 0. I hope I never need to. We're gonna grab fish and fish. More fish. I love fish. Come out here. Bind my fish in. If I hadn't scanned Warbur right now, I'd be very, very happy to see that. There's a lot of Warburs around here. What's going on? Like a field day or something? Alright. Animation overlap, but it's a double animation overlap. And we're going to use that to try to find some hole fragments so we can scan here. I think we need 1 more. There it is. This is the duplicate PDA I was talking about. You can see that gave us nothing. It's great, right? I'm going to go ahead and drop you. Head down here and grab our 3 deep shrooms. 3. And I'm gonna try a strategy that I thought of last time, which is not going up for air and just going straight down into the bulb zone. Not bulb zone. Whoa, my bad. Into the into whatever the heck this biome's called. The blood kelp. Why couldn't I think of that? Goodness. My bad. And the idea is to just get as far as we can in this section. And then die down here and save my air and save my inventory as well. We're gonna die here because we can just die off of this stuff. Here, I need to flood my base. Go in, go out, and die. This has gotta save time, right? Why is it still counting me as under that? We could just deconstruct that hatch. That's gotta be faster. There's no way that's not. I mean, we're gonna see how much better it is when we can. If I could stop switching batteries, that'd be great. But I made mistakes, so I'm gonna have to keep switching batteries. It's great. And that should be one of the last things that we have to scan in the game, minus anything we accidentally missed. It takes about 20 seconds. 20 seconds is 20 seconds. I will absolutely be taking that. Please load in terrain. So we're only 16 minutes behind now. And now we have to do the end segment, which is one of the most convoluted and annoying end segments in the entire game. We're gonna go ahead and throw my Weagle Bay out here. And make... Oh, I forgot we need salt. How am I gonna grab that? Grab it just after I do this dude right here. Which is in here, right? Yeah, it is. And then the lead just here. Now we're going to dupe... No, we can't dupe yet. My bad. We haven't turned this into a dupe base yet. I need glass. Okay, apparently I can't rotate this. Whatever. This means I'm gonna have to contend with moon pool physics. Or duping physics for a bit. Which is always annoying. I think that's what I need, and then we're gonna go get a salt. Supposed to get it in the last segment, but we can also just get it here and lose like 10 seconds. My favorite signature. We're gonna grab some lithium, and now we're gonna do one of the most stupid duplication glitches ever. I also need 2 titanium. Just gonna clear out some of my radio backlog. And it is time to duplicate some nuclear reactors. Now, no one understands what the hell's going on with the power. The power has a mind of its own. Like, just don't look at the power of the base. It's gonna do a lot of random things.
Aurora, this is something again. We just
Now it's 2,500. It was just 5,000.
I didn't know how bad.
Now it's 0.
I didn't know.
Please.
We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out.
And I think it's negative now.
What else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR. And I blew that up, right? But so are all the others.
Here.
This is Life Pod 2 coordinates.
And we're gonna dump some of the lead.
Bleeding O2. We'll have to swim
Other
with
stuff that we
Jeremy.
have. I think that's 7 out of 9.
We'll make for the rendezvous and
We
keep
have to do this 9 times. It's a lot of times. I think that's it. Yep, looks good. Here, two of those. All right, this. I want a power cell now. If I can make one without like burning more precious batteries. I really don't want to burn any more batteries. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, no, I can do this without burning batteries. It's okay. I have an idea. Let's just make the, I have lead, I have diamonds, I have those. Need lube. Gonna go ahead and make some observatory dupes. Alright, and then here, gonna go ahead and make, I forgot the aerogel. Okay, that's fine. I also forgot the glass. Glass and aerogel. You know, I was missing something, just felt wrong. Yeah, this is how we normally do it. We do that, and then we deconstruct this. Because the moon pool, as it turns out, has pretty much the same exact ingredient set as the Seamoth. Minus a power cell and some glass. And then we just got a power cell right there. There we go. Now, all we gotta do, grab some ion cubes, grab some gold and silver, grab some more silver, actually. I have to remember that I'm down a, yeah, I'm down material right now. I have to remember that. Do I just go get more? I guess so. I'll just go grab some silver. I forget where this cave exactly is. I think it's like around here. I always freaking forget where this is. It's so hard to find whenever you need it. Okay, there's this. So you come out of here, and then like go into here. There it is. Okay. Found it from this direction. I was hoping to find it from the other direction, but there's my silvers. I want a gold now. Gold? Hey, look at that. That's kind of nice. Blah, blah. One of these two. For the red. Where's my base? There it is. Let's make sure. No more radio messages. Gotta make the last one of these. That. This. And where's my hydrochloric acid? There you are. Polyaniline. This, two of these. I have a computer chip somewhere. Where are you? There you are. I have 9 spaces in my inventory? No, I do not. Now I do. Going over to the old rocket lineup. Because I still don't think you can do the new one without some weird shenanigans in this run quite yet. We're at 1:45 on my timer. And we're gonna grab the rest of everything. These, 3 lead, these. That everything? I'd like to grab those, but whatever. I don't have the, anything else to make it work anyways. Hello. This has been a very strange run, but we're not quite done. We still have to make sure that we actually got everything. So, time for me to pull open a Google Chrome tab and grab my checklist. It's not like a speedrun checklist. There it is. Databank entries. There's some time just after this. A little segment where we go into the Cyclops and make the Cyclops shield generator that we need for the last stage of the rocket. Where we can kind of check things out and make sure we got everything. Also, yeah, you can... The ladder hitbox goes through that wall, so you can go and climb it while you're out of the rocket. Alright, let's see. That is not a good sign. We are very much down on the blueprints. We'll come back to that. 15. We should have 16. This is really not good. Bacterial infection report. Oh. Wait, can I even get that anymore? Oh, shit. I don't think I can get that anymore. Uh-oh. I think I just threw the run. I don't think I can complete 100%. We should have 12 for geological data. Well, I'll do literally everything else. We're just going to pretend that I did it. Sandstone, scattered. Shale! I forgot shale. Oh my gosh, that is really cringe. How am I doing on indigenous life forms? 107? Gosh, I was so off today. What's going on with me? Should have one more herbivore. That explains why I'm so low on them. Blueprints as well. Herbivores. Powderfish ring. Aye. Ugh. Well, we're going into the jelly shrimp cave anyway, so it's okay. Do I have batteries, please? We'll go over here. Anything else I'm missing? Should have one more carnivore. Amphibial, biter, blighter, bone shark, crab snake, crab, squid. Oh my god. And I'm missing blueprints too. What is going on? I missed so much this run. Like last run, I only missed like 2 things. This run, well, not much silver lining this time. And shell, okay. I might have to figure out what I'm missing with, Laura, I should have 46. I have 44. 407. Land, I should have 7. Alpha Ming plant, okay. And C, we should have 27. Anchor, blue palm, brine lily, bulbush, cave bush, crab, drooping, eye stalk, pearl papyrus, Gabe's feathered ghostweed, giant bulbush, giant cove tree, jelly shroom, membrane tree, pig. Why? What just happened to me? Hello? Alright, that is goofy. I missed Pygmy Fan, which is only one place on the map where you can get that. And that is up here. And I also missed Ming Plant, and there's only one place where you can get it, and it's on the other side of the map. Because of course it is. Now this run actually can't finish anyway, because I forgot to self-scan in Thermal Plant, which is something that I need to do. That's so sad. Can I just, like... I forget what the command is to just give it to myself. I might just do that. Where is it? It's in some of these... There you are. Pygmy Fan, and then we gotta go all the way to the southern floating island, which is 2,000 meters away, of course. This run is not going well. I'm over my estimate of 150. Ideally, with more practice, I'm not gonna miss as much. I usually stop missing stuff the more I practice and the more dry runs I do. No reset runs. So, and this run, after doing all achievements right after, it can be a little bit, it can be a lot to remember. But I want to do all achievements first, because I think it is slightly more interesting than the typical 90% run. And, I mean, you get to go more places, and there's a bit more to it. A bit more happening. 100% there's a lot happening. At all times. We had some weird bugs in there, with the... weird propulsion cannon glitch where I was getting sucked into the ground. That happens after you die while flying on an object, which is really annoying. Here's a Ming plant. And I think we got everything now. Fauna 45, or Flora 5. We were missing a carnivore, right? Wait, what carnivore were we missing again? Oh, yeah, crab squid. That's right. Alright, well, we're just gonna go all the way down here for a crab squid then. I should have thought this through a bit more. But it's okay. We're gonna get what we can, and what we can't get. Too bad, so sad. I can always load my save and just try it. But that's kind of lame, so I won't do that. Where am I again? I always forget where I am when I come in from this entrance. I just try to go deeper, and that's where the crab squids are. Where's my boy? There you are. My friend. You really hate me. Idiot. Goodbye. Alright. Yeah, I'm having to go back in bounds for like the Phoenix. All that stuff. It's kind of bad. But we did mostly everything here. We'll do an NCR or NC bacterial infection report. I actually don't know if that's gonna. Yeah. Whatever. NCR. Oh, I'm missing blueprints too, aren't I? I'm missing a light stick. What else am I missing? I didn't catch it on the first go around. 3, 4. B shouldn't be so 2. 2, 4. Exterior module should be 3. Power transmitter. Alright, well, both those are in the same spot. I was apparently just off my game in Bulb Zone, huh? Power transmitter and light stick are both up here. Well, I hope we could still get a sub 2. But at this rate, no. We should still get it. We have 4 minutes. So maybe I should do my estimate at 2 hours, or maybe I should do it at 155. I'd rather be on the upper end than the lower end. So I think I'll do 155. I'll give myself 5 minutes of time, because there's no way I'm going to end up forgetting this much and playing this poorly in an actual run. Especially after I practice a bunch. Again, I'm still pretty rusty. I'm in the middle of my college semester, so yeah, I'm not at my strongest when it comes to I despawned this wreck, so actually I can't get another light stick from it, so we're gonna have to go over here to get another light stick. There's one in this wreck. I'm still on my college break. I haven't done a lot of speedruns recently because, you know, or not college break. I'm on my college grind, so I haven't been doing a lot of speedrunning and all that. Haven't had a lot of time to. I mean, I want to do more, but I can't. This is like, we're in the calm before the storm right here. Because, you know, my exams are coming up at the end of this month, so. But by the time that the actual marathon's going on, I shouldn't have anything going on And if I do, I will make sure that I am off for whatever day I am needed. Computer trip! Oh my gosh. It's because of my resource mess up earlier. Oh my goodness. Just get all the stuff for that real quick. Need 2 copper. Where's my knife? I put my knife away because I thought I wouldn't need it anymore. Goodness, this is not a this is not a great. I am gonna finish over 2 hours. That's actually gonna happen. I have to deconstruct this. I mean, it's gonna be like a 2-hour This is so sad. I haven't gotten it 100% over. I can't finish this run. So disappointed. Is this really how I want to show off 100%? Should I just do another one? It's 5:42. I don't have time to do another one. I gotta upload this. Well, yeah. I can do a lot better than this, I know. I'm kind of disappointed with myself and how this one ended up, but I tried my best. I gave it my best. This is not my best. 30 minutes over my PB is not my best. Yeah, there goes 2 hours. Jeez. That's really rough. And it's not even technically a complete 100% because, yeah, we're missing bacterial infection report,
Primary computer systems active.
which is really sad. I'm gonna remember to get that.
Life support systems online. All systems are.
So there you go. 2 hours and 46 seconds. Be a lot better. My
Ready to
very
launch on your
personal
command,
and very
Captain.
unbiased opinion. I mean,
Launch in 10,
well, my PB's
9,
full 31
8,
minutes better than
7, 6, 5,
kind of upset with that.
2,
But
1.
I did get a pretty good showing off of the run, and I know in the event that
Time
you guys
capsule
choose this
jettisoned.
run, I was a little bit running out of energy at the end of it, because, you know, I'm talking for 3 hours straight. But if you guys decide on this run, or all achievements, or neither, or both, I don't really care. I mean, I do care, obviously. I want to show off the game. I
Approaching
think the game is
orbital
amazing.
debris
And
field.
if you guys do decide to I'll be really happy to show them off for you.
Orbital debris field
Um,
clear.
I do think that I can
Performing
show them off a
gravity
little bit better
turn
than how I
maneuver.
did here. Just given some more practice. In the event that, you know, you all choose me or choose one of my runs, I would definitely put in a bit more
Confirm
time
destination
into
coordinates. Nearest
into
interstellar
practicing
phase
and doing
gate.
some no resets. I'll make a good point about doing that. The all
Engaging
achievements
ion
run went pretty well,
boosters in
though. I
3,
gotta say, that
2,
is a pretty good indication
1.
of how it would actually go. With the spawn I was given, I'd say that went rather well. So yeah, that is all from me. Thank you all for sticking with me, especially through the end section of that run, which was absolutely miserable.
What is a wave
And took
without
25
the ocean?
minutes.
A beginning without an end.
And I'm gonna go
They are
save my
different,
voice now because
but
it's
they
really
go
hurting.
together Now
and
you
I got a
go
long week
among
ahead of
the
me.
stars,
So yeah,
and I fall among the sands.
thank you all so much.
We are different, but we go together.